Καλησπέρα σας.
Good afternoon, Reverend Fathers, ladies and gentlemen. Climate change is a global threat. It is responsible for extreme weather conditions, the rise of global temperature, global warming and sea levels, wildfires, floods, and climate migrants, whose number keeps increasing. AI plays a crucial role in the fight against climate crisis, and it helps towards a sustainable future because it offers huge opportunities. It improves the use of renewable energy sources and storage systems. It improves the use of energy and leads to CO2 emissions reductions. I will talk about some AI apps in the energy sector that aim at building resilience against climate change, while I will also mention some moral implications. Climate crisis requires from humanity to talk about the consequence of its past and its current options. CO2 emissions result in global warming, result in extreme weather phenomenon, and there are also impact on the entire range of financial activities, agriculture, healthcare, even immigration that contributes to geopolitical turmoil. The consequences for underdeveloped countries is further degradation of living conditions, and when it comes to low-income populations, energy poverty is a very important problem. The 21st countries which have the lowest access to electric energy account for 76% of Earth's population. Also, in the US in 2023, 21% of households had to cut down on medicine and food due to the high energy costs. This slide shows how important energy is for our financial growth and why it is important to make the transition towards cleaner forms of energy. The ultimate objective is to achieve a low CO2 emissions economy, and we have a dual approach to that: mitigation measures and adaptation measures. Mitigation measures focus on the generation of clean energy from renewable energy sources, enhancement of the energy efficiency of existing systems and mechanisms, and also sustainable use of resources and the earth. Adaptation measures mainly include policies to address the climate crisis, aiming at protecting vulnerable population groups and critical natural resources and ecosystems. Innovative solutions and applications of new technologies such as green hydrogen, low CO2 footprint fuel, CO2 capture and use, and wind farms can play the role of the catalyst. AI can help as a source of inspiration, and it can help transform in order to make room for modern technological solutions. There are many applications, especially for modern energy systems, and it creates new opportunities, such as the development of generation procedures with enhanced oversight and monitoring, the planning and balancing of generation and consumption in real time, the calculation of the variation in electrical power in order to take the necessary measures. In brief, the 5 key uses of AI include: A. Collection and processing of big data and making forecasts. B. Assistance in policy making and decision making. C. Optimization of processes and applications. D, the support of cooperative ecosystems, and E, the encouragement of environmentally friendly behaviors. This slide shows AI applications for mitigation measures and adaptation measures, such as documentation and forecasting of extreme weather phenomena and management of structures and ecosystems. The development of AI applications in order to build resilience against climate crisis has both a positive and a negative impact. As you can see, the most promising applications can be found in renewable energy sources. More specifically, when it comes to predicting renewable energy sources, prediction and management of energy demand, optimization and operation of the electricity grid. But there are some negative consequences as well, since despite some applications, they also support conventional and polluting energy sources. For as long as the challenges of climate change continue, the innovative solutions offered by AI can provide support to society, education, and economy to quickly adapt to a more sustainable productive model. According to a PwC study, the use of AI applications can reduce greenhouse gas emissions up to 4%, and the domestic GDP can increase up to 4.4%. Let me now share with you some of the most widely used AI tools that can support energy transition. For example, short-term and medium and long-term forecast of electricity consumption, forecast of the generation of electricity by PV station and wind farms, forecast on how much energy will be used from renewable energy sources, optimization of the design of green hydrogen production. Blockchain applications allow safe and transparent recording of transactions and information in a decentralized users network. Despite the significant contribution of AI application in the energy sector, there are also many voices that criticize AI because it is considered to be responsible for the increase of the energy consumption and environmental footprint. GPT-3, which is the original version of ChatGPT, an omnipotent AI system where you can ask an infinite number of questions and receive useful answers. So its continuous training is conducted in data centers, requiring important digital resources and electricity. A single GPT-3 training emits 223 CO2 tons, which is as much as 49 cars per year. Global CO2 emissions for cloud computing increased by 50% from 2020 to 2023. In Ireland, for the operation of data centers, 20% of the annual electricity was consumed, and the estimate for 2025 is 25% and 30% for 2030. Moreover, there are some moral implications from the use of AI. The main ones are the management and protection of personal data, which is collected and processed by various AI tools. Also, the marginalization of a part of a population due to their digital illiteracy or due to bad use and bias. Such an example are the blockchain and cryptocurrency apps, which, despite their significant diffusion, they are well known to just a few. Technology has always been a source for change, uncertainty, and risk. However, it's not technology per se that has impact, but the way in which we use it. In these moral dilemmas, people react using their conscience and their instinct, while machines, in our case AI, need programming using specific orders in their own language. The concept of responsibility in developing innovative technologies, called responsible innovation, makes this link between the moral criteria and the issues that arise from human choices. Professor Mazzaridis 10 years ago used to write, "The matrix of the true innovation is tradition. When this is not the case, then innovation is nothing but a step in the vacuum." Impressed by the achievements of science and technology, we forgot our primary interpersonal relationship with our Creator. Talking about climate crisis, ecology, and the environment, His All Holiness, the Ecumenical Patriarch Bartholomew, says that no economic system cannot survive if the environmental system supporting it collapses. The willingness with which we abuse of the environment reveals how easily we can accept human suffering. Before managing the environmental problems, we have to start changing the way in which we perceive the world, because this world belongs not only to current generations but future ones as well. People became greedy in terms of the use of natural resources. We have alienated ourselves from God, and this is why we have been treating the environment in such way. The answer to climate crisis has not only a single aspect, but the ethos, respect, and love towards creation and our Creator are the basis for its tackling. We feel nostalgia for a paradise lost, but we realize that the environment around us is not heaven. The Orthodox theology believes that men have a royal power over the creation, but not an authoritarian one. We are called upon to preserve creation by serving its creator. To conclude my presentation, I will talk about the approach of three important theologians. As Callistus Ware said, asceticism means greater simplicity in our everyday life. We need to contain ourselves and make the distinction between what we need and what we want. George Florovsky said that the only way to overcome the impasse is to recognize human dignity, empathy, and justice, and all these have their roots in the gospel. And finally, our ecumenical patriarch Bartholomew said that the way in which we connect immediately with the matter reflects our relationship with God. Thank you.